What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, where today we are going to be talking about the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, released in 2022. This film is rated 18 for extreme violence and language, and also is around 1 hour 21 in runtime. This is without a doubt one of my least favourite films I have seen so far this year, if not my least favourite film I have seen so far. So, now onto what really matters, what the film is about. So, the film follows some influencers who are looking to renovate the ghost town in which Leatherface resides in order to sell them on to some keen property developers. As for my personal opinion on the film, there is virtually nothing interesting within the plot. It's very boring. There's no actual character development. As soon as Leatherface is introduced as the villain of the film, we instantly see him carry out a series of brutal murders which carry on throughout the film. There's absolutely no method to these murders, so he will literally kill anyone who he comes across. Not anybody who's wronged him or done anything to him. There is no character motivation for him to do what he's doing, apart from something that I'm not going to mention, that the main characters do to him, because that would be going into spoiler territory. Um, the main characters themselves aren't really likable. You don't really care whether they live, whether they die. It really could go either way. And these new property developer slash homeowners, they really they don't really do anything. They just show up to look at some of the properties and what's going to become of them in the future after the renovations have taken place. Um, and there are certain characters that sort of have things that they sound like they're going to do, but then it never really comes about. It always hints at things that could have happened, and if those things did happen, it could have been a lot better. I mean, if you're looking for something to watch where a lot of people get brutally murdered, and if that's the kind of thing that you enjoy, this film is definitely for you. It's not that long of a watch, and it's fairly entertaining throughout. There's just nothing interesting about it, but as long as you're only watching it for either the fact that it was bad or you were told that it was bad, like me, that's the reason I watched it. Um, then by all means watch it. It's not really that bad, but as an actual horror film and in terms of just a film in general, it's just not good. There's no motivations, character development, or anybody you kind of feel you want to survive from the film. And they even bring back previous characters with sort of the hope that they might do something more than what they actually do. And it's just overall very disappointing. It falls flat on so many levels. And if you are not really a fan of horror films or watching the film for a genuine story, do not go near this film. Um, Overall, I gave this film a 2 out of 10. It is awful, and again, this is a Netflix adaptation, and Netflix have a habit of sometimes redoing stuff and not doing it very well, and this is not an exception to that. It's just awful. So maybe there will be a review on my Letterboxd, and I will leave a link in the description below to my Letterboxd account so you can check out all my previous reviews. Also, if you haven't already, please check out my previous video where I reviewed The Batman, and like and subscribe if you did in fact enjoy the video and you want to see more content from me. And as Truman Burbank said in The Truman Show, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.